He picked the wrong vehicle to stop. As humans, there are things that we do that we are not always proud of. We commit mistakes or even crimes that seem too petty or foolish, and if we look back on them, we just laugh at how stupid we were. The joke's on you if you did it more than once, well, most of the time. But nothing is more foolish when you stumble and fall victim to your own mistakes. But some of us get burned in the very moment we make our faulty choice, and man does is sting. Some would say it is karma, others would say it's just unlucky. Nonetheless, we believe that fate will almost always find a way to balance things out. That bad things could happen to the bad guys too. This New Yorker thought he could pull off a scam. Funnily, the joke was on him. 25-year-old Valery Portluck from Hicksville, New York, dressed like a cop one day. He drove a black car with emergency lights. He blared his air horn in the hopes that the white van ahead of him would pull over. Not the brightest move in retrospect. As he drove and slowed down near the white van, the passengers identified themselves. Much to Valery's dismay, he realized he'd pulled the wrong car over. The Nassau County law enforcement officers couldn't have been happier to see him, though. The NCPD received reports that a man was impersonating a police officer driving a black car, and it seemed like the mouse ran into his own trap. Authorities said that Valery tried to escape the scene. He swerved his car, driving in the opposite direction, and sped up. He didn't mind causing danger to other drivers. He only cared about his predicament. It was like one of those crazy car chases in the movies. The detectives reported this to the police, and now they were on the lookout for an imposter cop. Valery drove all the way to Long Island Expressway, where the cops caught and took him in. We can only imagine this scene. A fake cop arrested by real cops. It's hilarious. He was charged with 3 major violations. Valery was charged with first-degree criminal impersonation, second-degree reckless endangerment, and unlawful fleeing from a police officer. He was also charged with additional violations for a moving vehicle. His neighbors have observed Valery in the past. He always busied himself with his vehicle. They said he spent days working on flashing lights, blue and red, and installing them on his car. They're just glad he was finally captured. Unluckily for him, his plan backfired on him. He ended up in jail instead. This isn't the first time this has happened. There are multiple accounts of people trying to impersonate cops and pull over a vehicle, only to find out that the vehicle had a cop inside. Yes, it happens more than you'd think. What do you think about this incident? Do you find it as funny as we do?